Today we have some juicy drama that has been simmering in a pot for the last couple of weeks, and it so happens that the pot itself hasn't been cleaned for over a couple of months. That's pretty much an accurate description of the situation we're going to be talking about. At this point, I just really want to come out and say my opinion because it's been inside of me, for a couple of months now. So I think it's finally time, especially after Opossum dropped his video on this topic, which I gotta say was the Pokemon version of Kendrick Lamar's Meet the Grams. He absolutely demolished my expectations. It was a superb watch. Freaking, it's Oscar worthy. To give you guys some more context on the situation, many of you probably know that I've dropped videos about the Pokemon Deals community versus RoboSkills drama and covered it. Basically, I'll shorten it for you guys. A guy named Pokemon Deals community accused a fellow content creator of assaulting him at a TCG game night, basically saying there was a physical altercation involved, and Rattle did a lot of pretty biased videos in favor of Pokemon Deals community, talking to him and kind of openly displaying his resentment for RoboSkills. And I mean, to be fair, my videos were way harder on RoboSkills. Shit, I'm not gonna even try to deny that, okay? He was having it rough, okay? He was having it real rough. Again, I'm not gonna go through the whole drama here because RoboSkills doesn't really have a huge part in this, but I'll touch on him and how he kind of is involved with this whole situation a little bit later. So it comes out, apparently Pokemon Deals community, you know, the same guy who, well, allegedly accused RoboSkills of assault, is an absolute clown. Now, Opossum always warned us about him, and well, I could kind of see why now. But back then, Pokemon Deals community, aka Adrian, was more or less cringe rather than someone who's actively doing some bad things that affect the community. I know he did a couple of other stuff like spreading some misinformation back when Scarlet and Violet Japanese first came out. You know, he said that Miriam SAR was guaranteed in a case even though it was not. So it was more or less like kind of false information-ish rather than something really bad. But a couple of months ago, Adrian, PDC, actually went to court because he quote-unquote forgot to send out a guy's order, and oh boy, it is freaking goofy. Footage is done by Robo, so yeah, I appreciate him for catching it.
I'm not completely sure about exactly how many boxes he was able to sell, but he should know because he has the boxes himself. I believe it was 3 boxes. I asked him to verify that amount and he declined to answer.
I'm confirming.
You'll get a chance in just a second, okay? Yeah.
Of his in my possession that I would love to ship to him, but I have not been able. This is the first time I'm in the same room with him to talk to him. I've in the emails, or you know, he should have attached some emails of our back and forth. Every single response I've said, let's hop on a call, let's sort out all the line items, get it done right there, because it's a huge waste of time to go through like a legal system, and I mean it's necessary now. I would have to zoom it because I'd be half asleep.
You know, if we could do 10.
We can do 8:30. I want to sort it out. So hopefully we don't have to do this.
You just have to reminder that you will not need to appear if everything comes up.
You can appear through Zoom if you have
Okay.
There's a form in the clerk's office that you have to.
8:30.
Okay.
That's fine.
So we'll set it for April 17th at 8:30. The court will send notice to both of you of that hearing date and time, and we'll make sure that the order specifies what progress we have. Okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna be half asleep, bro. Shut the hell up. You don't want to speak to the judge like that. Like, who in the hell says it's gonna be tough waking up at 8:30? Which isn't even freaking that early, by the way, unless you're going to sleep at like 3 a.m. It just shows how unprofessional he is, bro. Moving into another instance of his tomfoolery, PDC did a giveaway on Twitter, and big thanks to Opossum for documenting all the sources. So PDC did a Nintendo Switch giveaway, which was entrusted to him by a guy named Lysandroth. And basically, PDC never gave it away to someone. So he would just took the Nintendo Switch, took all the other stuff that he promised to give away, and he just ghosted. It's kind of crazy. So the person who gave him the Nintendo to give away basically said that he was really sorry and that he couldn't really do anything because PDC was not responding to him or giving the stuff that he promised, and that he was trying his best to sort it out and etc. Now, mind you, PDC has not sent out the giveaways for months. So as expected, people were calling him out on Twitter, and Opossum Bud even called him out on YouTube as well, which was a fantastic video. And guess what happened? In a new Rattle Pokemon video, Lysandra said that he finally got the Nintendo Switch back from PDC as promised. So everything is good in the hood now. Alright, he did what he was supposed to. Okay, everything is all cool. It only took, what, a couple of months, right? So it's all cool. Pokemon Deals community, you did everything what you were supposed to. I know it must have been tough. You were probably really busy for the past couple of months. I don't know. You probably had a hard time waking up early to, you know, pack the packages or look at the messages. Must have been real tough, is what I would say if I didn't have a functioning brain cell. Alright, let's use some rational thinking here. I know it's pretty hard to do, but let's try it, okay? I think the reason PDC finally gave it back was because people were calling him out on it. It was just simply to save his ass, nothing more. Who knows how long it would have taken if people never made a fuss about it. It's not like PDC wanted to do the right thing. Bro, if he wanted to do the right thing, he would have done it months ago. So now that we have that story kind of summarized in that whole, you know, drama, let's move on to Rattle Pokemon. Oh boy. So, people are quite mad at him. They're not really mad, okay, but so why people are mad at him? Well, let's go back a little to the video he posted 2 weeks ago. In it, he briefed PDC on how he was giving away the Nintendo Switch and contacted him to say that he should probably do the right thing. Here's the thing though, the first 10 minutes of the video, Rattle was just shitting on RoboSkills, and it wasn't even relevant to the topic or good information too. It had nothing to do with the actual problem of Pokemon Deals community not doing things he stated that he was going to do. Brother, who gives a shit? Talk about the actual situation here, bud. Not what RoboSkill said in your DMs like a couple months ago. Who gives a shit, bro? The only valid excuse for bringing this up is that Pokemon Deals community and RoboSkills are technically connected by the alleged assault that happened between them. Other than that, they have zero connections, bro. You don't have to freaking group them together. And when it was time to talk about the PDC situation in the video, Rattle seems so freaking forgiving. He's talking to Adrian like he's a kid. Like, don't you know that's bad stuff? Shame on you. You better not let that happen again. You have by the end of this week, okay, bud? Alright, get a move on, you silly goose. Slaps him on his ass very softly. He's so biased, it honestly hurts my eyes. Like, bro, I didn't cover the PDC situation at all until this point. And to be honest, that is better than portraying yourself as a biased content creator. This is my main issue with Rattle Pokemon. If you remotely disagree with him or don't defend him, he cuts you off and gets pissy with you. I remember covering the topic with PTCG Radio and Rattle Pokemon. Well, long story short, I didn't like the things Rattle Pokemon was saying to this fellow content creator.
And eat a fat fuck in hell. F you, Wasi. Suck a fat mother.
It felt more like a personal attack rather than an actual information. And guess what happened the moment I posted that video? Boom, he unfollows me. Now, to be honest, I don't give a shit. But it just kind of shows his biased personality. Now I kind of know why Cool Trainer Ryan cut ties with him. This is the exact same reason. Ryan wasn't defending him, and he couldn't care less when the PTCG radio drama was happening. You know, you have to defend me, bro. You were my friend. What? Like, I can't believe you wouldn't defend me after I called this other fellow innocent content creator that he should suck my dick. Like, I can't believe this, dude. Like, dude has the feelings of a blue-haired liberal, I swear to God. You better not freaking use the wrong pronouns on him, because he might start unfollowing you. And I see people calling him out on it all the time. For example, this was before Pokemon Deals community finally gave back what he owed. Rattle, I don't want to look into this situation anymore. It's so easily solved. Meanwhile, the actual problem still hasn't been resolved. Lysandroth still without a Nintendo Switch. Adrian still gets the benefit of the doubt from Rattle despite multiple people mentioning incidents involving them. How the F do you give someone until the end of the week to return a Nintendo Switch that they made a post to give away all the way back in June of 2023? And now it's freaking May 2024. Rattle's logic. I know you've had that Nintendo Switch for 11 months, but I'll give you until the end of the week to make everything right because you were assaulted by my arch nemesis, RoboSkills. Great problem solving skills, Rattle. Impeccable detective work. and sarcasm. This is the exact reason Opossum Bud finally had enough of his biased content and called him out on his video, which again was impeccable. I definitely think you guys should watch it. And if I'm going to be honest here, I think Opossum Bud pushed Rattle to make his response video a couple of days ago, in which he confirmed with Lysandroth that he got this stuff back. But even in that video, like, I kid you not, Rattle still has the attitude of, PDC, how could you lie to me? I thought you were better than this. And by the way, RoboSkills is a piece of shit, even though that's completely not relevant to this video, but I still want to say it. So, like, you can tell Rattle is pissed off, and he didn't even address Opossum Bud's video at all, even though he kind of indirectly said stuff targeted at him. Like, bro, just say it. I really like this comment on his video though. Really bad video, man. Another one that should be about the Pokemon Duel situation and yet has to spend more than half talking about other people. Adrian has so many more claims against him, and the fact he has been taken to court for a product he had failed to ship and took nearly a year to return his Switch he never gave away as promised. The original post was from 2023. It is wild that it seems below you to cover. Let's not forget the time he completely stole money from a One Piece tournament. He never sent the prizes out, and Forge and Fire Gaming has to take care of the issue for those affected by sending the prizes out themselves, losing money in the process. I had no idea about this, but it's just one of the many reasons why Adrian is just fumbling the bag in many areas. So many stores were in your comments of your last video telling you how they were treated. There is so much there showcasing him as a bad actor in the hobby, wearing a mask of gold. Yet you whine in this video about the trolls towards Adrian that would prevent him from returning all the other items. Number one, that has nothing to do with the trolls. Adrian should return everything whether trolls are present or not. Number two, welcome to the internet where trolls exist and will continue to exist. Complaining about them, hating on your last video, and Adrian doing scummy things does about as much as the trolling itself. Best ignore them and actually cover the issue at hand, which is Adrian taking money and product without doing what he was promised or returning it. And considering you made multiple videos about Sean Bassick or Blake that are sometimes 1 hour plus long, not fully covering this is wild. Adrian's actions directly hurt people. Maybe not as bad in your eyes compared to Blake or Sean Bassick, but he was still doing wrong. As someone for the community who a lot of supporters think does amazing work, including myself, I gotta say these two videos were the worst takes I've seen you give, even over the PTCG radio stuff. The whole comment pretty much summarized exactly what's wrong with what Rattle is doing and how he is portraying himself in this whole situation, and it's definitely not the first time he has done this. He'd much rather attack RoboSkills and the DMs they had together than actually covering a developing situation that already has proof to back it up. And to be honest, now that PDC came out to be a very disingenuous person and is very capable of lying and pretty much being a snake, I highly doubt that he was assaulted by RoboSkills like he said he was. Listen, this doesn't automatically null and void Robo's other allegations, but this sure does diminishes PDC's credibility and his story. So, as of now, given how untrustworthy PDC is and how he seems to be a crying wiener baby, as Rattle would say, I highly doubt that the whole assault even happened. And if it did happen, it was probably something very minor, and he still wanted to be blown out of proportion. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. You can say your opinion down below if you want. And yeah, these are just my thoughts. If any of the Rattle fanboys want to comment on me, dislike it, that will help a ton actually for the algorithm. And yeah, hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you later, weebs.
でもそんなんじゃダメもうそんなんじゃほら心は進化するよもっと